And happy Saturday, everybody. Meteorologist Kyle Dickens here. Wanted to give you an update. You know, we got the Kentucky Derby going on, and so didn't get a chance to see your 5 o'clock news, 6 o'clock news, and of course, NBC Nightly News. So wanted to give you those updates. I want the latest weather, and of course, the latest is here happening at home and abroad tonight. So we'll jump right to it. Let's go to weather and talk about how a little dreary today, right? But still, looking at the Kentucky Derby right now, not as bad as how things are for them right now. But we take a look here, and hey, actually, not sure wise. We did make it into the 60s. Average this time of year, though, is 69 degrees. So, yeah, it'll certainly be nice to get some warmer temperature, but we do have that in sight here. Record 89 degrees. Here's the deal, folks. For the year, we're only down to almost 3 inches, a little over 2 3/4 of an inch on the precipitation, but we can make up here. But doesn't look like we're going to make up much here as we head into the next stretch of at least 5 to 7 days, as rain is not really looking to be widespread by any means. That's some good news. We'll talk about why here in a second. Gradual clearing is expected tonight. Could see some more rain tomorrow, mainly east of the river, and might even be able to take that threat completely, but still going to keep a very isolated chance in. Same thing with Monday, but how warm will it get? We'll talk about that here in a second. Take a look at satellite radar. Shows, yeah, got some heavy rain to the south here, but and of course, again, that's affecting the Kentucky area as well. But for us, we are staying out of that rainfall. Just a little bit of cloud cover is what we are doing. And this is all thanks to a Omega block. You may have heard this, seen it on social media. It's been pretty popular here. You can see got low pressure here off to the Pacific South, or well, the Pacific Northwest, and then that dives down to the south here into the New Mexico, Arizona area here, into the southwest states. And then a low pressure, and this low pressure out here, kind of centered around Indiana right now, continues to slowly slide to the east. What happens is that you can see that green there represents the rain that's kind of wrapped around that. We get some of those bands of rain. But what's going to happen here as we head towards the middle of the week, yeah, we're going to get into some warmer temperatures. That is certainly going to be nice. So we'll be even above average, I think, once we get towards Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday, namely. Here we take a look at Exact Track, and it shows, yeah, that cloud cover will certainly start to wane as we head into the overnight hours. It'll be a clear night, and actually a pretty nice night. But that clear sky will allow temperatures to drop here into the low 40s. Once we head into the day tomorrow, we're going to start off in the 50s, but heading for the upper 60s, could approach 70 degrees. Going to put 70 for the high tomorrow. And you can see that does look to stay off to the east, but can't rule out maybe a sprinkle or two. Again, off to the eastern part of the viewing area here, namely Bureau County up to Sterling Rock Falls, possible as well. We're starting Monday off here in the 50s, and then as we head throughout the afternoon, not going to move much. We are going to see the potential here for some very light. It is just kind of like what we said this weekend, too, so not really expecting anything too major with that. Temperatures make it into the 60s, but it'll be a little bit cooler than average. Once we get to Tuesday, though, we're going to start our morning on Tuesday in the in the 50s, but we'll be heading for the 70s once we get into the afternoon. Here's a good thing, too. With all that rain that we've seen here last several days, and some warmer temperatures, that is certainly helping morels. And a lot of people out there looking for those morels. Well, I can tell you here, most likely next week, I would say we're going to see a pretty big blossom of those. And the heat map there is certainly starting to climb north here. And the ideal thing is soil temperature 50 to 60 degrees. We're about there, if not already there. Wet conditions after a period of warmth, and that's kind of what we've seen. So you morel mushroom fans will enjoy that news. 6 to 10 day outlook shows us right about average, but maybe just a little bit above average on our temperature. Average, again, 69 degrees this time of year, but precipitation looks to stay pretty dry. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook, and I can tell you here in the next 7 days, not noticing much rainfall besides these few spotty showers that we see with them off to the east. For tonight, temperatures once again will drop here in the low 40s, clearing skies overnight. Can't rule out a passing cloud or two. Sunshine to start the morning. Clouds will build back in, but I do think we'll see more of a partly sunny sky, so we will see some sunshine tomorrow. But again, rule out some rain showers east. Now, as Exact Track showed, that temperature was closing in on 70 degrees for tomorrow. That is going to be very dependent on that cloud cover. So kind of riding right in the middle here. See 4 degrees for your high. Same deal Monday with, again, a spotty shower or two. Going to have that chance in. But then, hey, we can get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and that omega box starts to shift a little bit, and the pattern changes, and we get into some 70s. So mid-70s here expected by Wednesday, and it's going to hold steady as we head towards the end of the week as well. And you can see, overall, pretty dry conditions are expected here as we head into the work week and beyond. So again, that chance for some pretty dry conditions, and overall it'll dry us out and help us get out there and do any yard work or yard maintenance that needed to be done. So enjoy that for sure. So heading to news now. We'll check the news of the day now, and certainly some stories that we are covering and we are watching closely. First off, we'll talk about some good stuff here. We're going to head over to the Jim Victor. It was the annual golf event, the Jim Victor Memorial Junior Achievement Golf Classic. Now, this is a fundraiser for local youth with proceeds to help fund junior achievements. The event honors the legacy of our own former Jim Victor, or the late Jim Victor, that is, who served on the local board of directors, taught several junior achievement classes, and helped establish the Free Enterprise Foundation in the year 2000. More than 170 golfers will tee off on Monday at the Crow Valley Golf Club. So that will certainly be some nice weather for that and honoring a good cause as well. Also in news today, we're going to go over to this story, and if you were with us yesterday, we talked about how North Scott and Joe Studding is planning to run for Iowa District 30. Well, we reached out to the current holder of that seat, that is Senator Mike Zimmer, and asked him if he's planning on rerunning, and he certainly is. He says, quote, "I am planning on running for re-election, and even though I was sworn in a month after the session started, I have attempted to represent Senate District 35 with the voice they expected. It's a great honor to serve both Senate District 35 and the state of Iowa in this capacity." So that is a story that we continue to follow as well. And here we go, some look at the top stories that we're keeping a close eye on for your Saturday. Warren Buffett is slated to step down as the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He's 94 years old. Kentucky Derby is underway and continues this afternoon and evening, and it's a wet one there in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll wrap up on that coming up at 10. U.S.-Iran talks are postponed. That is being postponed, as they're saying, due to logistical reasons. India-Pakistan tensions continue to rise, and the re-air of the Americas will be coming here. We're talking that, of course, that was a program that was ran here on Easter Sunday, April 20th, and of course, we had some tornado warnings that unfortunately covered that program up. So NBC informed us that they plan to repeat the Americas behind the scenes special at 6 p.m. come tomorrow night. So again, that will be 6 p.m. tomorrow night. That is when we expect that to re-air. So very excited about that. And a lot of people were looking forward to that program. And we apologize for the covered up for severe weather, but that is what we're here. We had 14 tornadoes that day, so it was certainly a bumpy ride. But that's the list here at the 6 News Now desk. I'm Kyle Dickens. We'll have more news and, of course, your first alert forecast here coming up on your news at 10. See ya.